Let's talk about Alexander Ovechkin. This is phenomenal. Story out about Ovechkin. He's 38 years of age, Washington Capitals. He's not in the twilight of his career. He was about to bust Wayne Gretzky's all-time scoring record. He is now just 2 goals shy of Gretzky. Gretzky with 894. Ovi is at 892. He's got a week and a half to break the record. It'll happen pretty quick. Really unique individual. A lot of controversy swirling around this unique individual. He spends half his year in Arlington, Virginia, in and around D.C. He goes back to Russia. He is an icon there. He's friends with Putin. It's a real significant issue right now because he's got friends in Ukraine. He's got Russian hockey players who are kind of torn over the war with Ukraine. But he's been a stand-up guy. He's a hell of a player. I think he's a hell of a man. He's got 2 little kids. He does so much for charity here, and he does so much back there, which is absolutely amazing. And he gets heavily criticized because there are pictures everywhere of him with Putin. And he's known Putin a long period of time. And the only thing that Ovi will say is, this war is wrong. War is bad for everybody. And it doesn't matter who is involved in the war. It benefits nobody. So he's tried to walk the middle of the road. I'll tell you what, he's a hell of a guy. I watched the Capitals game last night with Carolina. It was just bloodshed. It was brutal. It was slap shot. There was 144 penalty minutes and Ovi scoring goals. So he's really a fine player. He's going to break Gretzky's record, which to me is absolutely stunning. Second topic is Gretzky. Not Gretzky the player now, Gretzky the person. Do you want to put up the yellow police tape around me right now? Because we're going to talk politics.
Oh, here we go again.
Here we go again. Wayne Gretzky has taken enormous national heat. Gretzky retired as a superstar. Oilers, LA Kings, finished up his career, all-time leading goal scorer, NHL. Gretzky is a confidant, a supporter of Trump. Gretzky was very actively involved in the Four Nations hockey tournament. Dropped the puck, took part in the flag swapping ceremony, and Gretzky saluted Team USA. In essence, he's an American now, living here in America, in Hollywood. Gretzky did not salute Team Canada. Gretzky refused to talk about Trump wanting to annex Canada. This is Gretzky who got the Royal Order of Canada, which is an absolutely phenomenal individual accomplishment. He got that. And he would not stand up and make a statement that Canada is very special, that Canada should not be touched. This should never have been spoken. But he supports Donald Trump. Gretzky has taken so much national heat for not defending the honor of his country and where he's from. Real tough situation. LA Kings. I kept saying, geez, I don't think I'd want to play Winnipeg in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. You know, Winnipeg's sitting there with almost 50 wins. I don't really want to play the LA Kings right now in the Stanley Cup playoffs. LA Kings record, 28-4-4 at home. That place has become an insane asylum.
28-4-4?
At home.
That's unbelievable.
We all know about Kopitar, and we know about Kempe, and we know about the 22-year-old that they force-fed, Quentin Byfield, who's really become a goal scorer. And then went out and got this guy off the street at the trade deadline, Andrei Kuzmenko. Guy's got like 9 points in his first 4 games with the Kings. He's given their third line and fourth line oomph, scoring goals. And obviously, they may have a Vezina Trophy candidate goaltender in Darcy Kemper. I don't know that I'd want to play the Kings in the first round of the NHL playoffs. And suddenly, if I'm Edmonton with all these injuries, and by the way, the Kings have in their pocket all the receipts from the last 3 years when the Oilers knocked them out in the first round.
Right.
I don't know if I'm Edmonton or Calgary. I don't want to play the LA Kings in the first round of the NHL. So that's my opinion. You want to talk about Ovi? You want to talk about 99 Gretzky? You want to talk about Kings puck? Go ahead.
You know, just the way you were describing that Ovechkin score, it just was setting up to be like a screenplay for a movie. I mean, let's kind of go a little bit on a fiction angle. Imagine if like Ovechkin was like a KGB agent, and he's working in Washington, D.C. and he goes back and forth and he meets with Putin. I mean, I'm not saying he is that, but it sets up like a movie script, doesn't it?
It's really something. I mean, but he has been very vocal. He has not denied that he's had this long time relationship with Putin before Putin even became president, but he won't take a political stance. And he's really bothered by the war, but he said a war anywhere is not good for anybody. So it's been hard on him, and he knows so many players have been barred from Russia and from Belarus from playing in any international hockey. And that includes the upcoming Olympics. If this thing is still going on, International Ice Hockey Federation may not allow Russian and Belarusian players to participate in the Winter Olympics again. So he knows the penalty. The innocent players, they've been victimized by this whole situation. So
well, don't the players get to play, but under like a generic
banner?
I mean, yeah, don't they get that?
They supposedly, yes, but they've not. Yeah. Russians have not been allowed to play in any of the other international tournaments.
Yeah, so this is just, I mean, the politics and the world affairs are screwing up the purity and the joy of sports.
Yeah, so we got that. You want to play the LA Kings in the first round? Good luck to you.
Yeah, I mean, they're rolling. The 28-4-4 record is unbelievable. I want to just mention Gretzky and the story you shared. It's sometimes these athletes, they get asked all these political questions all the time. And some athletes will respond and then they get hate. Other athletes are saying, I'd rather not respond. And then they get hate, So sometimes it's like the journalists are sticking a microphone in their face, asking them questions they're not really prepared or they really want to respond to.
So you're working at 690 and I'm giving you the microphone to go cover a press conference with 99 and you're not going to ask him the most important question about why have you not defended your home country based on what this current president has said?
Is that the most important question, though?
That's the question that everybody wants to know is why the silence? And this is the guy who got the Royal Order of Merit. I interviewed Gretzky. He wept on the interview the day he got it. When the Prime Minister gave him the Royal Order of Canada, it's the most significant honor a Canadian could get.
It's like a knighthood?
Yeah, it's like going back to old English days, like when the Queen knights, and they call him Sir Lewis Hamilton, Sir
Paul McCartney.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. Should Gretzky have an opinion? That's his country.
Yeah, but he's, I mean, talk about a guy that's playing both sides because he's an American, he's a Canadian, that whole thing. I remember some people I knew told me that Gretzky's kids were playing baseball, and they were in the travel ball circuit. So I remember he's down here in Southern California. So I don't know. I can appreciate a guy when he just wanting to take a step back from this, but maybe to your point, because he's been given that royal order, that honor, he's kind of now has to defend his team,
his country.
Yeah. Oh, it's a tricky spot.
He's taken unbelievable heat. Okay. Should I give you the yellow police tape back now? We'll just finish up. Podcast Hockey Hotline is open. I'm sure somebody from the old Canada Network's got an opinion. We won't know it till you jump on board in the fans forum chat box. Last